So, servus. In this little SPY update video, we will look what SPY will do today. Crash or rally? If you're interested, just stay tuned. As always, before we start, I'm using this method here. If you want to know more, I will link the explanation video at the end of this video, or you just search for the Fractal Method. Well, then let's jump into SPY. Was quite funny yesterday, or not so funny, but the thing is, everything happened yesterday. The bullish version and the bearish version in one day. That only shows you we are coming really to an end. Yeah, because these movements, think back, 3-4 years ago, we don't get such movements. We didn't get such movements. So, well, today, the bullish and the bearish version, and the ultra bearish version. Just for the summary, we got our run yesterday. So I said yesterday, we pulled back to the 0.5 and we will get our run. And we get the new all-time high and we get our peak. We got it. Lower than expected, but this was a peak. And then in the afternoon session, we knifed. So if you look at this, in January 2nd, this was our clearly a V. We got our little A, we got our little B, and yesterday we got our little C. So, and we got the pullback. What will happen now? Well, the thing is, this whole thing could easily be now just, or is now just, little middle A. What happens after the little A? We get the 0.5 pullback. And normally, I would say, because this happened on the afternoon session on Wednesday, we will get, as I said yesterday, a red Thursday and a red Friday, which could still happen. I will show that later. But our target for this 0.5 pullback is 686.90 or 80, somewhere in this range. And if you really want to make that longer, that would mean you would come up to your B line. This would be your M. You would drop down, would come up to your T, and then you would get your V. So normally you could do that in a week, or you do that in 2 days. But, there comes the big but. If you look at the futures, yeah, same thing, yeah, we got our V, we got our A, we got our B, we got our C. And now we look, because futures, as you know, are already running before pre-market and of course before after hours. And now look what we already did overnight. This is the 0.5. Yeah? This is this point here. So we already did it. If we're not dropping and knifing here through levels, then you already have your lower high here, your M is most likely this, and this is already your T. That means, I mean, you could still drop a little bit more. I don't want really see to break this level, but would still be okay. But here could be your V. Yeah. And if you look at this, this would mean we are speeding up extremely. So let's say we open here. We have a massive gap down. That would be perfect for the next one. Just say. Levels wise, as already said, I don't really want to break this, but would be still okay. But I really don't want to break this. Would mean for SPY, I don't want to break. Where is it? I really don't want to break this. Because if we break this, we will gap fill and then we are already very, 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 very deep. So, for the bullish terms. For the bullish version, well, we are already down here. Yeah. So, you did already your M. Somewhere in this candle is your T for the bullish version. Maybe you already see in pre-market just the bounce. Wouldn't shock me in these times. Our price target is still here, this here. Yeah. I have two timelines for this. First thing is we still get our top this Friday. Yeah, that would mean wherever our top is, I would now expect the maximum would be 703. This is from this point to this point, 2.38%, 2 days. We would still have to get a massive run for this, but yeah. In the most bullish case, Friday, we get our top. And after that, because this thing is still our macro B, after that, we get our really big 0.5 pullback. Yeah? If not, if we're not getting this and we are just not moving, then, in my opinion, this is our A pullback. So we fall back to here. The whole day today, maybe, we're just doing our little micro higher low. On Friday, we're starting the move. But with this, I think our next target will be the 15. Yeah, January 15, so next week Friday. And next week Friday, we get our top and then everything continues. The bearish alternative would mean, yeah, this was our big A, middle A, this was our middle B, and this here was already our middle C. In that case, our next target to get a chance to bounce would be down here, yeah, at 670. And if we're not bouncing here, that would mean this could be already that top. Yeah. What confirmation could we get for this? Well, we look at VIX. I said yesterday I would like to see that this was already our T-top. Okay, it wasn't. It was clearly not. So we still rose. With this move in features, I think VIX could be, we will see somewhere up here. Maybe even this gap fill here. So if VIX is opening, we might be up here. I still think that this is our T-run. Still. Yeah. I'm not expecting that VIX is suddenly doing this. I mean, if we're doing the bearish version, okay, yeah. then VIX is jumping. If not, VIX will reject somewhere in here and really start knifing. Yeah, I'm still the opinion, levels wise, we will break 1274. I'm not sure if we're breaking all-time low on VIX, but I'm pretty convinced that we break 1271, and that would be a nice blow top for SPY. Let's see. I really have to say I didn't expect that whole thing that quick. I would like to see that we get our top without this pullback. But if we're really doing that with the 0.5 and bounce here, okay, perfect. Let's see what the day is bringing us. Okay. As always, if you liked it, leave a like. I will put the explanation video here, playlist here. And if you want to see more, give me a number. Let's see what the market is doing today.